Lubaina Himid won the Turner Prize in 2017 for her selection of painted works. This included the Guardian series, which focused on the paper's representation of black people. This year, Lubaina has become the first Guardian artist in residence.
For so many years, I've wanted to be in the space with people here to try and say what it was that I could see. There's a lot of that does go on, that close-up thing, as if here's your opportunity to see a black person close to, in case that's not part of your life. It sort of came about accidentally, really, in a way, that the Guardian's up for it, I was up for it, and I couldn't get run over by a bus and not have done it, really. And if you look at these, some of them are completely and utterly innocuous. There is nothing about the juxtaposition, but I have a kind of different eye in that I'm looking overly at things in a way that newspaper people clearly don't have the time to do. It's gone out already. To hell with that. We're thinking about the next one. But there's lots of things happening here. So you had a black woman on the front, and you had "It's a spade" written on the back cover. And lots of people have said to me, oh, well, nobody uses that phrase anymore, and da-da-da-da. But still, in my life, that is still a memory.
There are certainly some of the magazine examples I don't know if any of us would ever see in a million years. There are others that I kind of completely get the insensitivity or naivety of the juxtaposition.
We're talking on the front page about a black man punished for rape and harassment. And we're talking on the back page about a black man punished for just being a bit rude to his manager. And this sort of pressing and pushing, and I think newspaper bullying of this, no doubt really annoying wealthy young footballer. You know, I'm not saying he'd be someone I want to go out to tea with, but you know, it's kind of tiresome. It's the sort of thing you expect the Daily Mail to do. Come on. You know, sometimes you make artworks and people view them as artworks, which is right, but they don't necessarily expect them to change anything. And I think mostly the work I make is made to open up conversations. And I certainly opened up a conversation. I am not accusing the newspaper of being racist. I am saying there's something about how I feel when I see some of these juxtapositions that has made me upset or unhappy in the past, because I don't think that it's been something has been carefully enough thought through. But I expect that of this paper in a quite emotional sort of way. There's several things happening to me on this page. Alarm as rape prosecutors are urged to abandon weaker cases. So there's this whole bit of, you know, intense, difficult journalism going on. Then you've got a load of people under here laughing, which I find challenging. But on his jumper is written, "Just enjoy it." Now, if you've got text at the beginning that says alarm as rape prosecutors are urged to abandon weaker cases, and later down the page, on the same page, you've got a black man written on his jumper, "Just enjoy it." See what he did there?
Has anything changed in your feelings towards like the brand and the paper?
I still love it. sad though that is. You know, I'm not a media expert or a current affairs analyst or any of those things. I'm a painter. So I see things like a painter, and I deal with things like a painter, and I try to change things like a painter. So all I ever knew what to do with it was just paint what I saw, really. And so this is a bit of painting of what I saw. I've learned to understand that it's a different creature than I thought it was in terms of, what's the word, the kind of, the mechanics of it. You know, you're taking on so many layers and levels of things. There are going to be slips and falls. But if you're thinking about it, then that's got to make a difference.